Okay, so on to the next drawer. Now, these clear plastic organizers I've bought from a company called Vanity Collections. They're an Australian company and they do sell these things specifically to fit the IKEA drawers. So that's that if you want to check it out. I think I got these for the little organizers for about $48 to $50 from memory. Bought it ages ago, so I don't remember, but you can check it out there. So this drawer here is all things eyeshadow, creams, liquid, powders as well. So the first one we're going to have a look at is by Crayolan. These are the Aqua Color Interference, I think it's called. But they're basically like watercolor eyeshadow pots. So you just dip your brush in water and then basically face paint. I bought these for Halloween last year, but I never really got to use it. I just didn't end up doing Halloween makeup. So I've got this in a purple metallic color. I've got it in black and red, but they're pretty cool to use, those face paint things. And then next I've got a few individual MAC eyeshadows. This is my favorite color. This is the shade Wedge, and I love this to contour my nose with it and around like my eyes. It's really, really natural contour shade. It's not too warm. It's slightly ashy, so you can get that nice contour shade. So there's a few MAC singles in there. Whoops. And in this little section, I've got all my eyeshadow crayons and pencils, in pencil form that is. So the first one I'll show you is one of my favorites. It's this one here by Ellis Fast. It's their Creamy Eyes. So this here, it's like a wind up liquid eyeshadow pen. It's got a brush here and you basically twist it up and the fluid comes through and you just apply. Although I don't like applying it with the brush that it comes in for some reason. I just basically twist up the product, decant it on the back of my hand. Oops, put a little bit on there. And then I use an eyeshadow brush of my choice to blend away. This product is super creamy, so easily blendable. It goes on like a cream, as I said, but then it sets like a satin and matte and it doesn't budge. You don't even need eyeshadow primer at all. This is one of those must-haves or must-tries, and I got that from Mecca Cosmetica. A few other products as well. Oh, and I forgot to mention, this shade is E128. It's like a warm, reddy, earthy brown tone. A few NARS Velvet Shadow Sticks. I've got, what's this one? Nude Sticks. That's from Sephora. I've got Christian Dior eyeshadow stick. Some more nude sticks as well. And over here, these ones are like single eyeshadows. So I've got a few from NYX Cosmetics, NYX. I never know how to say. Is it NYX or NYX? I don't know. I just say NYX. I've got Chantecaille single eyeshadows. They're not too bad. And I've got some pigment pots as well. These are from MAC. I love the MAC pigment ones because the color payoff is really good. So basically to use them, I just spritz my brush with setting spray or even just water, and then I dip it in and then apply it that way. Few more single eyeshadows. This is an old brand that I used to buy, and it's from Illamasqua. It's still my favorite actually. It's a good shade as a base, even a soft wash of color. It's like a deep mauvey rose color, this one. And I've got, what have I got here? I've got L'Oreal single shadows. I've got Christian Dior cream eyeshadow pots. This is really beautiful, very ethereal when you apply it. It's like it feels very putty, like when you touch it with your finger. And I've got another shade as well. This is more like a white diamond kind of shade, also by Christian Dior. I don't know if they sell it anymore, but I bought it around that Christmas holiday time, about I think 2 years ago. I can't remember. And what have we got? I've got RMS Beauty eye polish in Luna. This is like a gold champagne-y color. beautiful across the lids or even just in the inner corners for a natural eye look. I've got some pigment pots. These ones are from NYX though, so I've got a few shades. And these I haven't used yet, but I bought it because I thought it was pretty cool. This is also by NYX. It's Roll-On Shimmer. I haven't actually experimented with these yet. I bought these about a year ago and I never touched it, but I've got a few shades in those. All right, and I have a few Stila liquid eyeshadows, a bunch of different shades. These are really cool to apply as well. When you open them up, so they look like this. This shade is I'm not gonna even bother pronouncing that. I think I'm gonna pronounce it wrong. La Duce? I don't know. But it's a Stila liquid eyeshadows. And when you open them up, they look like a lip gloss applicator, like a doe foot kind of thing. I don't apply it with this particular applicator because it's just really hard to get a nice, precise application. I actually just grab a eyeshadow brush of choice and I dip it onto that applicator tip there and then apply it that way. It's just a lot easier. I never use the applicator it comes with, but they are amazing liquid eyeshadows and they set, they don't budge. Although I have to say I'm not a huge fan of the glittery ones. So there's no matte ones. They come in a lot of shimmer shades and also glitter. So just to show an example of a really glittery one that never really stays well on my eyes, they just kind of like flake off, and because I wear glasses pretty much 24/7, they just kind of fall off and onto my glasses and I find it really annoying. But Rose Gold Retro is one of their popular shades that people tend to buy. I love the glitter, how it goes on, but it just flakes everywhere and it goes all over my face. So I prefer the shimmer ones rather than the glittery shades that Stila has. Over here I've got like NARS single shadows, a few in there. I've got, this is a limited edition NARS quad. This is the Singapore one. That was very popular at one point when it came out. And this is another cream eyeshadow in a pot. This is the Burberry cream eyeshadow in Pink Heather. It's a really nice subtle rose mauvey tone. I'm a huge fan of like cream eyeshadows when I'm not at work. I just, you know, put a little bit on my finger and then blend onto my eyelids. It's really quick and easy. This one here, moving back now, this is the Hourglass Graphic eyeshadow palette in Expose. I got this as a gift, but I don't really reach for this eyeshadow palette because, I don't know, it's not as wearable on my eyes. I need to experiment more with it, but I don't really apply a lot of metallic eyeshadows on myself, but it's like a purpley eyeshadow palette, that one. And this thing here, it's like a little random box of like single eyeshadows. I bought this clear plastic thing from like an Asian gift store a while back to hold these guys. So these are single eyeshadows from Makeup Geek. So I'll just show one as an example. This is like a nice tangerine color, beautiful for summer, spring. This is the shade Poppy. So they basically came like this in like a little plastic sleeve paper wrapping thing, and I've just popped them in these plastic containers. They're meant to be for art, but you know, if it works, it works. And then I've got a few single eyeshadows from Surat. When I first bought them, I'm like, oh, is this the packaging? It's so tiny and like slim and compact, but yeah, this is how it is. You just like slide it up like this, and then just use the eyeshadow, and then you slide it back and you hear the click, and then it just locks. So that's that. What have I got over here? I've got a few like limited edition eyeshadow palettes. This is the NARS Man Ray limited edition palette. It's the Love Game eyeshadow palette. So just to show you this palette, like that. Really gorgeous colors to do, you know, editorial makeup, fashion makeup, or even just like bold, daring eyes. It's the reason why I bought it, because I just fell in love with the colors. What else have I got? This is the only Tom Ford eyeshadow palette that I own, because they are a little bit expensive, more bougie prices, but they are amazing to apply. The color payoff, the way it goes onto the skin, beautiful. But I did choose this one because I thought it was beautiful. It's got like a nice gold shade here, bronzy shade, and some warm colors here, some berry and purple tones. They're all shimmer. And in this section here, it came with like those spongy like applicators, but I've lost them, but doesn't matter, I don't use them anyway. Yeah, Tom Ford eyeshadows are fantastic. It's just that, yeah, they're quite expensive. And this is another limited edition eyeshadow palette, but this one is from Urban Decay, the Beached eyeshadow palette. I don't think they sell this anymore. They're probably sold out by now. But really beachy tropical shades. The reason why I picked this up, because I just fell in love with the blues. I'm not one to wear blue eyeshadow, but I just fell in love with the color combo, and you know, I'm all about the warm tones. I'm like, yeah, I'll use the warm tones. That's that one. And I also bought this at the same time as the Beach eyeshadow palette from Urban Decay. This is also by Urban Decay, the Light Beam eyeshadow palette. I just love the golden hour shade, this one over here. Really, really nice. It's got this purple blue reflex, almost like monochromatic type of thing. Really cool. I'm getting distracted, sorry guys, I'm trying to stay on topic, but like Peppy's like biting at my eyeshadow palettes in the background. Okay, what's this? Okay, this is just a cosmetics bag, and inside they're all ColourPop eyeshadows. I used to use a lot of ColourPop eyeshadows back in the day. I don't really reach for them as much. I don't know why, I just don't, because I've got so many. But yeah, there's a whole bunch in here. I'm not going to go through all of them, but they're all ColourPop. Let's see here. These I bought in the States a while back now. They came in this like gorgeous packaging box thing for Christmas time, and it came with these 3 eyeshadow palettes. So I'll show you one of them. Looks like a little book. I love, if anything, like Too Faced does amazing, you know, eyeshadows and products in general, in particular their eyeshadows, and I love the way they do their packaging. They do really well in that area. But yeah, it just looks like a little book here. You flip it open and they're all the eyeshadows, and they do come with blushes and bronzers as well. That's that one. They're more like bronzy. Sorry, it's a little bit dirty because of the eyeshadows. And 2 more products in this drawer. These are the eyeshadow palettes from NYX. This one is the Dusk Till Dawn palette, and this one is Golden Horizon. NYX eyeshadows aren't too bad, but I don't really reach for them anymore. I much prefer other brands at the moment. Okay, that's that drawer. We'll move on to the next one. Excuse me, you're in my way. Come on. Alright, so next drawer. This is what I call my randoms drawer. It literally has bits of everything. So I've got things like my makeup setting spray. This is Urban Decay. Please excuse how dirty it looks, but it's because of the packaging. It kind of just like, I don't know, makeup gets stuck on it really easily, but that's a really good makeup setting spray, that one, the All Nighter makeup setting spray. What have I got? I've got my manicure and pedicure bag. You don't need to see what's in there. That's just that. I've got my Bath and Body Works hand sanitizers. I love these things. They smell so good. There's heaps of them. I got them from Chadstone, that store there. Anyway, that's that. A few more setting sprays as well. Q-tips. I've got the Slay All Day from Gerard Cosmetics, and this one is by Amore Pacific. It's just a hydrating mist. That is really, really nice, that one. In here, I don't want to take it all out, but they're basically bits and bobs for when I do, you know, freelance makeup. I don't do it as much anymore, to be honest, because I am working pretty much full time. So I can't do freelance anymore. But yeah, there's things like, I don't know, random stuff like Fake Blood from Crayolan. Yeah, just all bits and bobs. They're all randoms. I've got like stickers for makeup, like gemstones and stuff. Hey, Peppy. So we're now on the other side, well, the right side of my makeup vanity. So this is, oh, just excuse this bit. It's just where I keep my makeup sponges. And yeah, all this whole like thing actually does, like that thing I bought separately from Daiso, and you can just like stack it on top of each other to make heaps of drawers. So they just pull out like that. But they're all lip products, like liquid lipsticks, lip gloss, stuff like that. So first drawer, they're all different brands. Brands like by Terry, this is the Velvet Rouge lip product. It's just basically a liquid lipstick, but it doesn't dry fully matte. It gives still more like a creamy finish. Very comfortable to wear. I've got NARS lip glosses, a few NARS ones. This is very old. I should probably throw it out, but it's Lime Crime. And I've got Bare Minerals Gen Nude. They're probably one of my top liquid, lip glosses, my top favorite lip glosses of all time. The Bare Minerals ones, they are super pigmented. They're not that sticky tacky formula, and they're just so comfortable and moisturizing to wear. I'm a huge fan of lip glosses nowadays because my dry lips during cooler months cannot handle lipsticks, and if I do wear lipsticks, it has to be, you know, quite creamy and moisturizing. So that's that drawer. Again, they're all mixed up. I've got Too Faced Melted Lip Product, the Balm, Colourpop. Sorry, that's not Colourpop, that's Stila. I've got Colourpop. I've got Kat Von D. Kat Von D liquid lipsticks are quite comfortable to wear. If I were to choose a liquid lipstick, it would definitely have to be either NARS, which is this one, liquid lip, or I'll go for Kat Von D. Just because the consistency of the formula is really thin, it's not very like heavy or cakey when you wear it. Although my lips do get a bit dry when I wear the Stila ones for some reason, the Stila liquid lips. I've got Milani as well. Okay, so moving on to the third drawer down. This is, again, they're all mixtures of different brands, but I'll just take a few out. This is the Kat Von D liquid lip. I've got a few mini Stila liquid lips as well. I'm a sucker for minis. They're just cute and adorable. I cannot not buy them. If that fits. Yep. And these ones are a lot of nude colors and pinky nudes and pink colors as well. A lot of them are Stila, Colourpop as well, and Too Faced Melted Matte, so they're liquid lipsticks as well. Down here there's a lot of drugstore brands like NYX, Australis, The Balm, and I've got a mini Huda Beauty. Like, how cute is that? How can you not want to buy it? It's just cute. And then what have we got over here? More liquid lipsticks. I used to be, I think I mentioned it before previously, but I was really obsessed with liquid lipsticks probably about 2 years ago. They were just the thing. They were really in. Everyone loved matte lipsticks, especially in a liquid lip form. But now I just don't like wearing it. It's really cakey on my lips. It dries the heck out of my lips. So now it's all about glosses for me, tinted lip oils, and moisturizing cream lipsticks. But yeah, that one was, yeah, all drugstore, Australis and NYX. This one is a mixture. So I've got Too Faced, I've got Lancome, I've got L'Oreal. This one's pretty cool. I just want to show you this one, guys. So this is the Lancome Juicy Tube, I think it's called. Let me just read it. It is, no, not Juicy Tube, Juicy Shaker. The packaging is pretty cool because it's meant to resemble, you know how those bartenders, you know, when they whip you up a really nice cocktail and they've got that shaker thing, they do this? Well, that's what it looks like. And you do have to shake it to blend the formula together. It's a tinted lip oil. So when you open it, it's like that. It's like a spongy tip and it smells so delish. Really fruity. And I've got Marc Jacobs lip gloss. Marc Jacob lip glosses are really divine to wear. That one I got as a gift. So, I mean, if I was to go shopping, I would never choose that color, but I've never used that one. All right, almost there. So we've got a lot of lip glosses now. So I've got Urban Decay. They're pretty cool to use purely because it's quite moisturizing and very pigmented as well. I love a good pigmented lip gloss. And they have this like minty sort of sensation on your lips. I think it's meant to stimulate your blood flow in the lips to give you that juicy, plump lips. And then I've got Bare Minerals Gen Nude, huge fan of Bare Minerals lip glosses. I've got Laura Mercier. I've got, what is this one? By Terry lip gloss. This is a beautiful shade. It's like a, you know that shade from Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb? What is it? I don't know. It's one of the Fenty Beauty Gloss Bombs, but it's very similar to that, and the texture as well. But yeah, that's the By Terry lip gloss. I've got Too Faced, Gerard Cosmetics, Bite Beauty. Yeah, just a bunch of different lip gloss brands. And these are all Australis lip glosses. They're okay. I don't love them, but they're okay. A few of those in there. So that's all that. So we'll move on to the IKEA drawers. Okay, so we're moving on to the other side of my IKEA drawers. In this particular top drawer, I've got all my eye concealers, different types of concealers and brands. I've got face primers and illuminators as well. And this section here, which I'll go through shortly, is like my random section. I've got like selfie lighting, I've got hand cream, like literally random stuff in there. So we'll start in this section. I won't go through everything because there's no point, because it's all random. I've got hair clips, I've got, what do you call them, face blotting papers, a bunch of pens. You can never have too many pens, right? Hair ties. I've got Peppy's little dog tag in there. I love this hand cream, by the way, by the brand Sol de Janeiro. It smells so yum. You have to try it if you haven't. And I've got a random makeup brush in here. This is one of my favorite makeup brushes for foundation and tinted moisturizer. It's by It Cosmetics. It's a dual-ended one. And moving on to this section. So this is all my eyeshadow primers. I've got my under eye concealers and other types of concealers as well. Again, they're all different brands. I won't go through all of them, but I'll just pick out my current faves. So my current fave has to be the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealers. They're just super creamy, perfect for the under eye, or on days where you just, you know, want to get away with just concealer and moisturizer. Yes, that's perfect for it because it's so easily blendable. And in terms of eyeshadow primers, this is my favorite. This is the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in the shade Eden. It's just kind of like a concealer and eyeshadow primer in one. So really good if you've got oily eyelids. I've got, yeah, a few. Oh yeah, this is another favorite concealer of mine for some time now. It's the It Cosmetics by Under Eye, and my shade is medium. It's super creamy, it's quite hydrating as well, so it's perfect if you've got that really dry, dehydrated under eye area. Apparently it's anti-aging as well, but I don't know about that. So we're moving towards the back now. Oh, and by the way, this little organizer thing I bought from IKEA. It's actually for cutlery, but you know, what works, works. Moving towards the back here, this is all different types of concealers and brands again. So this one, you have to say, it's like kind of like a dupe for the creamy radiant concealers from NARS. I don't know, the packaging kind of reminds me of it, and the consistency as well. The main difference between these two, I have to say, this is a little bit more fuller coverage, and this is a bit lighter. Over here, these are all my primers for face, and I think I've got like some tinted moisturizers hiding in there as well. This used to be my fave. I still don't mind it though. I just don't reach for it as much. But this is the Hangover Primer from Too Faced. It's got coconut water infused in there and some probiotic based ingredients to really revive the skin and refresh the complexion. So hence why it's called Hangover Primer. This is my favorite primer of all time for some time now, and still carrying through to 2019, and I'm sure I'll love it for till the day I die. Obsessed with this one because, you know, Jane Iredale, I've spoken about her brand before in my previous videos, where it's honestly skincare ingredients meets makeup. Like, it doesn't suffocate your skin or do further damage, like cause congestion or breakouts. If anything, it has really soothing, you know, beneficial skincare ingredients. You'll find this brand or her brand in a lot of skin clinics because she designed it for people that had post-surgery or post-laser treatments on the face, that, you know, there's only a few things that they could use. Like, you can't just go straight in with, I don't know, NARS concealer on freshly lasered face. You have to use something that's designed for, you know, post-surgery. But this one is like a creamy, balmy, not even a balmy, but just like a moisturizer type of feel, but it illuminates the skin without the use of shimmer or glitter. It makes your skin so healthy and juicy and hydrated AF. I just cannot rave enough about it. You need to try it to believe and experience it for yourself. This is almost empty, but I'm trying to get as much out of it as I can. I did order a new one last week, so can't wait to open that one. So that's my fave. I've got Shuamura Stage Performer Instant Glow. This one here it's a primer, but it has this thing where it evens out your skin tone, so it's kind of like a skin tint, but not really. It self adjusts accordingly to your, I guess, the complexion shade. And I don't know, it's kind of like, it reminds me of a moisturizer slash like color neutralizer type of product. This is the Tarte BB Tinted Primer. So it's basically like a matte finish tinted moisturizer, but it's also slash a primer as well. I don't know, this is kind of drying for my skin now. My skin used to be a little bit more on the oilier side, but now it's not. It's just combination dehydrated. So excuse me, that's a bit too matte for me. I'm all into my glowy products nowadays, guys. Back here, oh, this is a bougie product. Burberry Illuminating Primer. Gorgeous. I don't really reach for it as much because it was super expensive to purchase. But yes, really, really beautiful. It makes your skin look really ethereal, really hydrated and glowy, but not looking like an oily disco ball. That's that, if I want like a glowy foundation finish. A few drugstore brands here. L'Oreal Lumi Magique base primer. I've got Australis. I've got NYX Makeup Forever. So yeah, a few of those primers. Oh yeah, more primers over here. I used to use this one. I still do. So this is another Jane Iredale Smooth Affair primer, but this is designed for very oily skin types. I don't apply this everywhere. I actually just only apply it in my T-zone where I do get oily, and then I'll use this one everywhere else, or even on days where I'm super lazy of customizing my own primer. I'll just use this all over and that's fine. This one here, Touch in Sol. This I got from Priceline. It's okay. It's just like a smoothing, blurring type of primer, but I don't really reach for those types of primers anymore. Sorry, I keep going out of focus. I've got Time Balm. This is actually not too bad for a drugstore brand. This is by the brand The Balm. It helps to fill in the pores, smooth out rough, uneven, surface on the skin. And it's slightly mattifying. This is the Infallible by L'Oreal, another mattifying one. A mini version of the Jane Iredale. Again, I'm obsessed with minis, so I just had to get one. And this is the NARS Pore and Shine Control Primer. Another mattifying one from NYX. What else is in here? Smashbox. This used to be my go-to. Like, I loved mattifying products because, yes, I did have oilier skin probably about 5 years ago, but that's their Photo Finish foundation primer. Really smoothing, and it helps to control and suppress excess oil flow. If you have very oily skin, that's probably a nice one for you. And that's probably like the NYX dupe, really. What am I holding here? Models Prefer. That's okay, but I feel like it's a bit too oily. It's silicone type of primer, but I don't know, I don't really like it on my skin because it felt oily for some reason. But yeah, that's that drawer. We'll move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the second drawer down. This is all my foundations of all different brands and finishes, of course. So we'll start off with this one. This is really nice to wear. This is the Stila Stay All Day foundation. It's kind of cool, very travel friendly, because check this out. You pop this off, and then you use your two thumbs and squeeze down, and then the fluid or foundation will come through the top there. And then that's the lid, so you close it back up. But if you flip it up like this, there's a concealer, ta-da, and a mirror. So yeah, travel friendly. It gives a light to medium finish, this one, and it's super luminous and really natural. It doesn't look cakey on the skin at all, and it comes in, of course, a few different shades. My shade is light 3. And over here, I've got 3 different shades of the Estee Lauder Double Wear with SPF 10. I've got them in different shades, mainly light shades, because, you know, back in the day I did do a lot more freelance work, not so much anymore now, but yeah, just in case I had clients come over, I'd have a few options. And I would, like, let's say for example 1C1 Cool Bone was too light, I would mix it in with a darker color and create my own custom shade. Over here, majority of these ones are all like drugstore, like L'Oreal True Match ones. There's a bunch of different shades of the L'Oreal True Match. And over here I've got CoverGirl Outlast Stay Fabulous foundation. It's got SPF 20 in there, and it's, yeah, meant to be a medium to full coverage foundation. This is the Laura Mercier Silk Cream Foundation. That's a product that I used to wear in the shade Bamboo Beige, but it's a bit too dark for me now. And this one here is a cushion foundation by Christian Dior in the shade 020. I'm not a huge fan of this one. I couldn't try it in the store because I'm a bit funny about trying cushion foundations, you know, in store, because people have touched it and stuff. This looks like doo-doo, but it's not. I put another type of foundation on top because the color wasn't really right for me, and I had to squeeze a bit of this in to kind of like get the right shade. But anyway, I don't really use that anymore. What's this one over here? This is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-hour wear foundation, and this shade is Light Sand. I don't know, I can't use Tarte foundations and face products anymore apart from their eyeshadows because it's just way too mattifying for me. I think it's their clay formula, I'm not sure. So moving back in this little section here, I've got a few mixtures of different brands and products. So I've got things like a liquid bronzer. This one is from MAC. I don't know if they sell this one anymore, I'm not sure, but it's the Luster Drops in the shade Bronze Hero. So if I feel like my foundation's a little bit pale looking, I might mix this into my favorite foundation. Just 1 or 2 drops will be perfect. These ones are the NYX Total Control foundations. And I've got a really dark one over here just to kind of like mix into other foundations just to make it a little bit darker. This is another custom drop type of product from Cover FX. This is the shade N80. So yeah, I use like the NYX ones and the Cover FX to customize my foundation if I need to. This is a random one that I've chucked in there. This is the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, matte and poreless in the shade 220. That's not my shade, it was just more for my clients in the past. And this one here, all drugstore, but these are the Maybelline Dream Velvet Soft Matte Hydrating Foundations. A few shades in there, and I've got Rimmel Stay Matte foundations, again a few shades there. So yeah, a bunch of drugstore foundation brands. That's that drawer. We'll move on to the next. So this is the third drawer down, and most of these products are all face powders, powder foundations, loose versions, pressed versions, and I've got like a random section of tinted moisturizers, BB creams, and foundations because I couldn't fit them in the previous drawer. But I'll start in this section here. So this is all my powder foundations from Jane Iredale. So this brand you've heard me talk about numerous times before. It is so good for the skin. If you're after something that's quick and easy to apply, that's a powder version, so you don't want to go liquid, then I'd highly suggest Jane Iredale Pure Press Base Mineral Foundation. So this is a refill packet. So it comes in this, when you first buy it, it looks like this, but you take out this bit here, and then you buy this separately, and you just pop it in there. I've hit the pan in this one as well, so I've yet to replace it with a new one. I did order a new one, which, this is a fresh one. I probably should have showed you this fresh one. It's really good for the skin, really, it allows your skin to breathe, gives you decent coverage. I really can't fault it. It's amazing. You have to try it to believe it. Anyway, at the bottom of this, I've got Charlotte Tilbury face powder. This is her Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder. Yeah, it's a really lengthy name, but my shade is in medium. It's just a setting powder that I use. Really lightweight. It's not cakey on the skin whatsoever. And in this little section here, I've got my minis. So this is the mini Ilia loose powder. It's translucent, so I like to set it around my eye area because it's quite hydrating. It's not that mattifying. I've got Bare Minerals concealer powder. So it's loose. And this is the shade Well Rested. I don't think they sell this anymore, to be honest. I think they're discontinued, but I was like, why did you discontinue it? It was such a good product. But anyway, that's that. I've got a mini Jane Iredale powder foundation that I showed you before, but this is the mini. I love minis. This is another favorite of mine when it comes to a loose translucent powder. This is the Hourglass translucent setting powder, the Veil powder. Really, really nice on the skin. It's like a soft veil. So that's that. Over here, I've got liquid foundations, I've got tinted moisturizers. So you've seen me use some of these before in my previous videos. So this one here is one of my favorite tinted moisturizers, and this is by NARS. Kosas Tinted Face Oil. This is beautiful if you want that, you know, instant glowy hydrated skin. Very natural, so perfect for day-to-day wear. I've got Surat, the Surat Skin Foundation Wand in the shade number 9. This one it's a perfect shade for me when I've got fake tan on, but it's pretty cool because it's got an inbuilt brush. So you just kind of like click it at the end here and the fluid comes through the top and you apply it that way. Really beautiful skin finish. This is another favorite of mine, guys. This is the Ellis Vars Skin Veil foundation. My shade is in 103.5. It just gives such a dewy, hydrated look. I just can't fault it. It's a really underrated brand. Not a lot of YouTubers talk about it, but I feel like they should, and they should try it. It's just beautiful. If you want a nice, dewy, glowy look without looking oily. What's this here? I've got Sheer Glow foundation. Yep, I've got Christian Dior Forever foundation. This used to be my favorite, and I recently tried it again, but I wasn't a huge fan of the fact that it was fragranced. I don't find it necessary to have fragrance in foundation. It's just too much. Back then, I loved it. It does give a beautiful skin finish. Probably I'd say like a medium to full coverage foundation. Perfect for your combination to oily skin types. I do love the finish. I just don't like the fact that it has, you know, artificial fragrance in there. It just gives me a headache nowadays. I can't. But look, if this was me 4 years ago, I just love it. And I've got a few different powder products over here. This is my current favorite for setting powders. This is the Next to Nothing MAC powder. This is in the shade Medium Plus. It's just a beautiful natural setting powder. Guys, you have to try this. This is nice. If you're after that, you know, setting powder that has a bit of color and mattifying effect, go for something like that because that's really natural. And this is another natural setting powder. This is the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish, and I've got the shade Medium Plus. It just gives like a nice soft mineralized finish with a bit of luminosity to the skin. I don't like anything that makes my face look cakey when I set it with powder, so they're good. And I've got Studio Fix powders from MAC, a few shades. I've got NARS powder foundation. I've got a whole bunch of Hourglass ambient lighting powders of different shades. They're amazing. If you have not tried it, you should. They're just, I don't know, they're so natural on the skin. They are translucent, but they basically give you this, they mimic different lighting. So for example, radiant light, right? So this is going to mimic, you know, you're at the beach, you've got that bronzy glow about you. So let's say, for example, I'd just used my liquid foundation and I need to set it, but I want that bronzy goddess glow. I'll go in with this translucent powder, but it's just a pressed version, so it's not loose. And this is the Hourglass Radiant Light one. So Radiant Light gives you that bronzy finish without looking overly bronzed. So one of my favorite Hourglass ambient lighting powders is the Dim Light shade. purely because it just gives you a soft diffused finish if you want to set your foundation. And another favorite of mine is Luminous Light, but I don't have the bigger size, I've just got the mini size. Luminous Light gives you this ethereal glowy finish. It's this one here, really nice, I love it, but that's a mini version. I've got It Cosmetics blurring powder. This is their Bye Bye Pores. It's translucent. It's a loose powder that you just kind of put over areas where you feel like you've got a lot of pores and you just want to minimize the look of them. This is new. I haven't really opened it, but I bought it ages ago. This is the Napoleon Purtis Camera Finish Powder Foundation. Mine is in the shade... What is the shade? Oh my gosh. I don't know, I can't remember, but that's that one. Yeah, so this was one of my go-to powder products ages ago. This is really like worn out, but it's the same packet here, but this is the newer pack, so I haven't opened that yet. This is the Camera Finish Powder Foundation in Golden Sand. That's the shade I was trying to find, but I couldn't find it on the packaging. It's just a nice lightweight powder foundation. You can use, I used to use this to set my liquid foundations and tinted moisturizers. You can find Napoleon in Priceline nowadays, but yes, back in the day it was in David Jones, so I bought that there. Was it David Jones or I can't remember. Back here I've got Laura Mercier, Benefit, Tarte, Dior as well. Dior's they do really nice makeup stuff. It's just that some of their majority of their liquid foundations are quite highly fragranced and I just can't handle it. But anyway, that's that drawer. We'll move down to the next one. Okay guys, so this is my second last drawer. Hang in there, almost there. This is all my falsies and like lash glue, but just basically all different brands, different styles of false lashes. Again, I won't go through all of them because there's a lot, and I do have some like new makeup sponges hiding at the back as well, but that's that. So yeah, I've got brands like Eyelure. You can find them in drugstores, chemists, pharmacies, or Priceline. So I've got a few different styles there. My favorite all-time like eyelash glue to use definitely has to be the Duo eyelash glue. Just be careful where you buy it, guys. Buy it from a reputable place. Do not, try to resist buying it from places like eBay and some other online stuff, because you can find fake ones, and I've experienced it myself, so do not. You get what you pay for, so just don't like play around with fake cosmetics because they'll do more damage than good. What have I got? I've got my contact lenses. I used to wear a lot of contact lenses when I used to go out, but not anymore because they dry the shit out of my eyes. And what have I got in here? I bought these online. These are quite nice, I must say. So like they're a bit, let me try and get in focus. They're like nice and wispy and really nice for that like natural fluffy look. Yeah, a few other brands like Ardell, more Eyelure ones. Over here I've got my eye tools, so like my stainless steel mixing wand thing, eyelash applicator tweezers. And I've got some more like new makeup sponges that I haven't opened. They're more for like, makeup clients, or if I need a new one, I'll just open it. But this is a new brand by Juno & Co. It's a microfiber velvet sponge. I was actually really intrigued by this because I saw the word microfiber, and you guys know that I have a beauty company named called Makua, and we use microfiber in one of our products. So I was like, ooh, microfiber in a makeup sponge? Let me try. So I bought this from Mecca. But I don't know if I love it, you guys. It just, the texture is really funny to me. I've used it once before, so this is the used one, and I've tried to clean it, but it's kind of stained the sponge still. So it feels quite dense and more dense than, the much loved Beauty Blender brand for their makeup sponges, but it feels a little bit furry. It kind of feels like a furry peach, if that makes any sense. And you basically, I don't know, it doesn't really apply the foundation how I like it to. Maybe it's the fact that it's microfiber, I'm not sure, but I'm not entirely in love with it. But I don't know. You guys let me know. Have you tried Juno & Co microfiber velvet sponges? Let me know in the comments down below let me know your thoughts, because I'm not in love with it. Anyway, that was that. All right, guys, I know you're gonna laugh or probably judge me, but that's okay. This is the last drawer. And this is basically the drawer that I keep all my cleaning utensils, my cleaning products, you know, to wash my brushes and cosmetics. And I've got a few random bits and bobs, like my makeup mirror. I've got a packet of makeup sponges, just all random, and a random hairbrush. But anyway, the point is, majority of it is all cleaning products. So if you want to know how I disinfect my brushes and deep clean my brushes, please comment down below and let me know so I could do a separate video for that, because that's another world, honestly. But yes, just to pick up three of my favorite products to use in terms of disinfecting and cleaning products, definitely has to be this guy for one. This is the Mecca Cosmetica Brush with Success brush cleaner. It's a spray. It has a really nice subtle fragrance as well. So basically what you do is you fold the tissue in half, and then you just open this and you spray it directly onto the tissue, and then grab your dirty brush and then just like wipe it onto that wet part of the tissue, and it literally removes the makeup off the brush and disinfects it at the same time as well, because it's 100% alcohol. And so your brush will dry in no time and it's ready for the next use. And that's what they use in store as well to clean their brushes in between customers and, you know, makeup clients. But I love it to have at home. You guys can buy it as well. It's available for customers to purchase. So that's that. I think I bought it for $24. I'm not sure. Anyway, this one is the other product that I highly recommend for you guys to have at home. This you can find in, I think, Woolworths or Coles, or even like chemist and pharmacies and Priceline, pretty much everywhere. But this is the Icicle rubbing alcohol antiseptic. So if you look on the back here, if it focuses, there's like, it's a multi-use product. You can apparently pop it on zits and breakouts. I probably wouldn't suggest that because I feel like it'd be too strong for the skin, but I purely use this to you know, clean surfaces. I've actually popped it in this spray bottle. I got this spray bottle from Daiso, so I've poured this guy in there and I use it to spray and clean brushes and disinfect as well, because it is a rubbing alcohol antiseptic, so you can disinfect your brushes with it. But yes, that's pretty much it, guys. It's just all cleaning products and, I don't know, random stuff like my brush in there. But yeah, if you want to know how I clean my brushes, just comment down below and I will make a separate video for that. But yeah, that concludes this little makeup vanity tour of mine. If you have any favorite products of yours from, you know, the previous years, let me know that you know, keep repurchasing, and also products that are of your favorite for 2019. I would love to know as well. But for now, bye bye.